Now, I defy anybody that's watching that, if you're watching it in a public place, you probably just made a fool of yourself, because that track was Magic Position, the title album track. I've still got the grin on my face. I absolutely love that song.
Thank you very much.
It's just a stoter. Is everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everyone I played to.
You're one person.
I know. Thanks. But it really is a stoter. I mean, and that, even just in this version, sounded quite big. So, tell us a little bit about it. I mean, to me, it sounds like the sound of you falling in love, but I could be completely wrong.
You're spot on.
Right.
I wanted to it to be that moment where you don't see even the person as a human being, you know, and you've just met and you're just set each other free completely before all the kind of rot sets in maybe a couple of years later. So I wanted to put that into a song, and I was listening to, I mentioned Marauder a little bit before, but I was listening to lots of obscure Donna Summer records and old disco arrangements, and I really wanted to arrange a string quartet for that, and that was a nice little challenge, and I'm very proud of the strings on that. So
I think you've done a marvellous job, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because you have touched on something that we mentioned earlier on, which I'd like to address now. One of the things that you do, I mean, for me, Lycanthropy was... you had a bit of ADD over that, didn't you, really? It was a bit like... I read a quote that you said about reading Joni Mitchell saying your first album put everything up there so you don't get pigeonholed.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of different styles going on there. And then we had Wind in the Wires, and you focused. You went a lot more pastoral there, a lot more folky. And then with this one, it seems to me like I was saying in the car on the way over, I did actually say, I must remember this because it's very good. But there was a real synergy, and I can't think off the top of my head of anybody that has managed to do... You brought the dance music sensibility that you clearly have, and you brought it to bear on almost like traditional production techniques, and created this whole other, to me, production sound.
Thank you.
Is that what you were trying to do?
I wanted to make a pop record that I would listen to, and something that would the Girls Aloud fans would like, and like your 50-year-old granny. Oh no, she'd have to be a bit older, wouldn't she? But I wanted a record for everyone. And you look at the charts, and the ones that get to number one and they're in the top 10, it's all love songs, you know. Well, nowadays it's more like sexy booty songs, isn't it? But I wanted to make really a big love pop record, and that was my mission. Thank you.
Top marks fella. Honestly, it's a real, one of those get up in the morning, I can do this. And the minute that song goes on. And I was thinking about videos, because you're doing a video shoot next week, aren't you? And the videos for the thing. And I read somewhere that you'd been, and you can put me correct on this, that you had been taking tap dancing lessons.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's already building in there. I'm not that good. Will these tap dancing lessons be appearing in the video?
Not this one, but the one after, for the Magic Position.
That's what I thought it was,
Yes.
So what have you got in mind, like a big Busby Berkeley number?
It's in my head. It's going to be a big family event.
Oh, really? So you're going to get the whole...
Not my family, but the world family.
Oh.
Lots of different characters and people celebrating life and love.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But can I come? Can I be in
the
corner?
By all means, I'm going to get crump dancers and clowns. And
have you seen clown crunk dancers? Have you seen them?
Yes.
They are brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's going to be...
Where are you going to get them from? Bring them over from the States?
No, I know some
have you sourced
local.
Some?
Yeah.
The only man, if you ever need to get all some clown crunk dancers, I'm your man. Not the first thing you think, that is it?
No.
There you go. Okay, so the tap dances, and there was something I wanted to sort of continue, kind of just rounding it up nicely on the whole album. I'd like you to pick some of your standout favourite tracks on the album Magic Position, so that when people go out to buy it, they've sort of got some relevance.
I'm really blown away by Marianne Faithfull's contribution to Magpie, and I feel really like it's something really special.
Can you tell us a little bit about the evolution of that?
Yeah, I wrote a song on tour just on soprano ukulele, and it was just a very short folk song, and it was just it actually stopped. It was half as long as it is now. And then I read Marianne Faithfull's biography on tour, and then I started also simultaneously writing another verse, and I just thought it ends up being not a boy singing to a magpie, but then the magpie answering back. And I just read her biography and I thought it has to be Marianne to do that. And so...
How the hell did you get her?
It was through a friend of a friend of a friend.
It's Kate Moss, isn't it? You asked Kate Moss, don't word.
And so it was, it's really lucky, and I'm totally flattered by that. And I like Augustine a lot. It means a lot to me, that song.
Yeah.
Just on a personal level. An overture as well. I'm really happy with that because it's kind of my favourite string arrangement I've done so far, and it's kind of, I know I said a lot of the songs are about other people, but that one's almost the only song that's written to myself, and it's like my personal motivation kind of thing.
So just to sort of go back to Marianne, because she hasn't really had many outings in the studio recently. She doesn't like dust a Maharishi's off for just anyone. And did you have a day in the studio, or did she record her parts separately and send them over?
And we had a day, 2 days actually. Well, we spent one day just like swapping stories and just hanging out for a day, and then the next day, what was great is that she said, I'd gone along to her hotel to rehearse, I got there and she was like, no, and she threw it through the paper.
Is she like that? I could see a bit of a curmudgeon.
It was just fantastic, and it's the way I wanted to do a duet as well. It was just no rehearsal. I told her all about this song and the emotion of it, and so we just went into the studio, set up mics, and just did it the next day, and it's perfect. Yeah.
It's great. And speaking of collaborations, I think we should give the heads up to Ed Larrikin as well, shouldn't we? Because what song does he appear on?
The new single, Accident Emergency.
There we go, Accident Emergency.
Yeah. That old one.
We're all over the place with our dates now, aren't we?
This Accident Emergency.
He's a mate though, isn't he?
Yeah.
You didn't have to go through friends of friends to get to him.
No, I went to Vienna and I was recording B-sides for the album, and I was doing a Larrikin love song, but I couldn't work out the lyrics. I mean, I could, but there were a few words, so I got in contact with him, and we ended up become really good friends, and it was just, he's perfect for it. It's like a kind of question and then I answer him, so he was perfect for that.
It's good, that. I like that one as well, and Ed Larrikin, they're doing rather well, Larrikin love, aren't they?
Doing fantastic, and deservedly so.
Hurrah for that. Well, actually, we're just going to finish up now, but I'm looking forward, as the album's out early 2007, Magic Position, just to remind everyone. I'm not going to get tied up with all the other things now. But really, just you're about to start. This is the beginning of the cycle of doing all the press and everything like that. Is it a process you enjoy, or is it something you'd rather just get out of the way and move on?
It depends. I mean, the first time it was interesting, and the second time it was I was becoming slightly more eloquent, and then right now I have no idea what scale it's going to be. So I don't like things when things get repetitive. I like to do interviews, but when you say the same thing, like for the 12th time that day, you start to feel a bit like a politician,
Yeah,
so
it's a bit treadmill, isn't it?
Yeah. But I try and enjoy it as much as possible. But you're
not a liar, are you? You're not one of the... Because some people just lie. And I'm not accusing you generally.
I used to be a liar when I did my first interviews, I was a bit like because I just
thought it was fun.
Yeah, and then I just suddenly realised that's not what I wanted to be at all, and especially living in a world where we're full of fake smiles and pop idols, and I just wanted to represent myself as much as possible. There's no facade at all.
Well, there's this, which is great.
This is not a facade.
Well, you know what I meant.
This is a good outfit.
The very literal facade, as in you're fronting, you're cladding, if you will, and this is good cladding.
I'm just lounging about the house.
This is just his day wear. He actually had to dress down for this interview.
Yeah, I got told off, actually.
Well, that's actually, will you be wearing some fantastic outfits on tour?
Yeah, I'm getting a friend of mine to design some, so yeah.
You can be like the male Alison Goldfrapp, can't you? Give her a run for money.
Hope not.
No, I don't mean musically, I just mean with some of the outfits. She gives good outfit, you've got to give her that.
I haven't seen them, so I don't know.
Right, okay, we're not going to get onto that one. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I think you're about to sort of go off and do your things. We're going to have another chat with you in a few months just to catch up and see how you're getting on with the whole touring thing.
Great.
And then the single will have come out and you've shot the video and everything like that. So until then, Patrick,
thank you very much.
It's been a delight.
Okay,
all the
see
best.
you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.